Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be joining into the new rank season for Apex Legends 17, and this is the new or next episode of the Spectating series. As you understand, the Spectating series is an episode where we do our best not to throw rounds, but after we play a little bit and provide tips, educational commentary, then we ensure that we watch the rest of the round and explain how the flow went. Now, I'm on my main account because the interesting part about this season is that I don't want to say ranked is really easy. You can comment down below your thoughts. Is that I think part of the system works, and I believe that part of the system is inherently flawed. I have a lot of theories on this. We're going to talk about this. Now, if anybody's watching this, literally the best tip I can provide for you is go to zone and get at least top 10. Now, if you play outside of zone, there's a joke that you can literally, spawn with med kits and just sit there and wait. What's happening, as we're noticing, is that everyone is starting to slow down the fights, and there's a lot more teams ending up at end zone. Now, a lot of people can rap, but the downside of this, and I guarantee you, take this opportunity to push fights because the entry cost is really low. So what do I mean by this? Well, don't be afraid to get into fights. There's not a downside to getting into a fight because worst case scenario, you lose only 35 points. Getting top 10 is not a bad thing whatsoever. I highly recommend that you actually go fight. A lot of teams don't know how to fight because they're using the system and ratting, and when I say ratting, it means, let's say, hiding somewhere on the map and trying to get better placement. There's nothing wrong with going for ratting after, let's say, you've gotten a lot of eliminations. Sure, go for your placement. So a lot of people ask for tips, and well, I don't know where to go. Let's go, I guess, launch site. We'll go over here. Give a little breathing room. Let's see where the lobby. Let's take a look. Paying attention where enemies land is very important. We got one team here. We got maybe 3 or 4 teams on the north side, looks like. One team going Overlook, one team going Tree, one team going Geyser. The reason why I'm calling this out is you'll notice that a lot of teams are kind of spread out now. Not everyone is landing right on top of each other, and everyone's kind of trying to play for placement and everything. Now, on our masterclass that we did, and I want to appreciate everyone who did attend that, and if you did, there will be one-on-one coaching sessions. Apologize that it's been a little late. It's been a little bit chaotic and crazy, as you know, balancing work and everything. But nonetheless, the masterclass was a very big success, and I just want to thank everyone who participated in it. If you're watching the series, that it went really well. And of course, they did live stream it, so there is that as well. Okay, when you drop, make sure you grab your loot. Honestly, I just can't stress enough that you got to still go fight. If you're just going to sit there and camp, I don't really know what game you're playing, but it's just not Apex Legends. You'll feel more achievement off of getting a win if you go and fight and actually, fight for what you want. There's nothing wrong with landing safe, though, like you're seeing right here, which is why I'm giving this example. If you land safe, grab your loot, and then go rotate, because the lobby isn't necessarily going to get eliminated early. On the first episode of the season of the Spectating series, which I believe is, honestly, I don't even know what number we're on these days, they go by so quickly, is the lobby is just running at each other. Now it's a lot slower to the point where it's not as dramatically dropping down to like 7 squads by first zone. They used to happen a lot because everyone would want to go for eliminations. That's not necessarily the case anymore. At this point, we can rotate. I got a decent loadout and everything. And don't obsess about your loot. I honestly, I've been playing Watson this whole way through. One of the best legends that you can play right now is probably Loba. You probably noticed the pick rate for Loba has gone up significantly. And the reason for that is because of being able to craft banners after the fact. So that's really, really strong and very important. The support class definitely has a lot of oomph to it from before. If you're wondering why I'm talking a lot in the Spectating series is about giving you as many tips about ranked as humanly possible, stuff that feels very real, very organic. You're not getting just, BS tips from a video. Lack for a better word, I apologize pretty much by just saying, hey, tip number 1, just do this. No, you're seeing it live. You're seeing it in a raw environment. I'm not doing a voiceover. I'm doing this in real time. I'm able to explain to you how the ranked experience goes, and we usually do 2 rounds just to give an example, give an ebb and flow. So you'll notice the number on the upper right-hand corner still says 18 squads. So that's the interesting part, is a lot of teams aren't necessarily fighting. And if you're curious why your team won't move with you, kind of incentivize them. I'm going to overlay here in a second. I was playing with randoms earlier this morning, and I thought about recording, and we actually won on KC, and I was able to IGL them through pings. Because sometimes when I play, I sometimes have to do this while I'm working, before work, and sometimes I'm listening in on a call and so forth, so I'm doing a bit of juggling. Not always the most efficient way to do it, but it's the hand that I'm dealt, unfortunately. But with this new rank system, I wouldn't say that it is what's the word I'm looking for? Easy. I guess, okay, I'm gonna be blunt. It is easy because you don't have to worry about going down RP, but I think the problem, and this is my own personal opinion, at the very top end, because I'm sure maybe, I don't know if you really care about my opinion. If not, I'll give it real quick, but I promise I won't linger on it. I promise. My personal opinion on what I see through ranked is that if the top end, such as Masters or above, had a different system, I think that for the lower end of, let's say, Plat 2 and below, I think the system works. On screen, I'm going to showcase a really quick chart for all of you, and you'll notice that the percentage is still really low for the upper echelon, meaning you'll see only like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, still within certain brackets, and everyone's still kind of stuck at the lower end. Mathematically, I would believe that only about 4% are between Diamond 4 all the way up until, I don't know what is going on here. That's interesting. I whiffed so hard, that's so embarrassing. Well, whenever you're trying to commentate, don't throw your rounds like I just did. That was embarrassing. But definitely went down to fight. Got a bat. I can push. He's got him. And then I'm ready to fight. Rezzing. That was a little sloppy. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty embarrassing on my part. I should have gotten that Wraith like 6 years beforehand. My positioning wasn't bad. We moved up. I got shredded when I shouldn't have. I should have taken cover. There's a team crafting on the north side. I'm not really worried about him. People play very passive in this rank system, so it's not bad to take fights. I would have shoved this relentlessly regardless, but these guys are over here. I'm not too worried. Keep calm whenever you're fighting. It's not the end of the world. If you make a mistake, you do have a lot of wiggle room and a lot of breathing room, a lot more than you even realize. I think that was a team I just heard. Alright, we're good. We're chilling. And now the best thing to do is just kind of cover for your team and hold. Let's see here. I'm going to take shots at that. Hit him, crack. Let's take out the Loba ult. Put some pressure. Let him know. This is another thing. Occupy space, kind of assert your dominance, essentially. I don't mind holding these guys out at all. I'm down to fight. Most people are trying to avoid fights. Usually in the current rank system, I actually just go for fights. Even if I lose RP, it's just such a smaller amount that I'm not even worried about it. We're almost top 10 right now, speaking of which, and you kind of get a feel for once you get into one fight and you win it, you're pretty much fine. Now, one of the bigger things even on the upper echelon of the lobbies is that people are... They do dogpile every once in a while. I think the maps that are probably the hardest from the rotation are Kings Canyon compared to World's Edge. World's Edge is a lot easier to manage. There we go. A lot easier to manage than the other maps, in my opinion, but I just understand the rotations of the map a lot easier. I'm just double checking to make sure, okay, a little something there. There's always something you miss. Another big tip, don't obsess about your loot. A lot of people in the comment sections will try to hover, or your friends is like, you missed something. It doesn't matter too much. If you can't survive without a stock in a fight, I would probably be really concerned why you took the fight to begin with, or you didn't get the jump on them. If you get to jump on an opponent like we did there and we lost this fight, my gosh, our mechanical skill is what cost us that game. Kind of be very blunt with yourself, just as I was, because I made clear mistakes there, and yet things are pretty much fine and nothing to worry about. So let's just go to zone. We're top 9 in this scenario. You notice how the lobby, see how those guys didn't want to push? It's kind of strange. Don't be afraid to kind of fight, because you're not really losing a whole lot. In fact, by the end of the day today, I guarantee I'm going to hit Masters. This was probably one of the most casual seasons that I have personally hit Masters. Usually you have to sweat a lot more. This was probably, I mean, it was nice because it was a lot more casual. I just think the upper end could cost either a lot more, or have decay, or only have a certain number of players reach it, or maybe introduce a new ranking system like Emerald or Grand Master in between before you hit Masters, or even after Masters. Just some suggestions. And I promise I won't speak on it anymore, but that was just kind of my thoughts, because I think that any rank system can work. I don't necessarily bash this one as bad, because I think the MMR system is good at keeping some of the players together, essentially. It's not perfect. I think some people are harsher on it than they probably need to be. Again, I'm an optimist. So excuse me, I have to clear my throat. Don't forget to drink water, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm going to leave that in there, because honestly, water is probably one of the most important things, especially when you're playing ranked for such a long play session, that I forget to do. and it can help you a lot in your gameplay. Whenever you're dehydrated, you'll probably be a lot more frustrated. Your joints aren't as lubricated. Trust me, drinking water is probably one of the best tips I can provide to anybody who's watching this. These rank sessions, whenever you play, can sometimes last about 3 hours, and going 3 hours without drinking any water is actually not a good thing. So take it from me, from somebody who's done ranked a lot, there is a difference from you drinking water versus not. It really showcases, especially when you're trying to talk. There's a lot of communication that goes on within this game. Top 8, plus 40, look at that. Remove to zone. And also another tip, if you are really not confident in fighting and you don't want to fight edge of zone, go play pubs first and foremost. And secondly, if you run to zone, I promise you not a lot of people play center in zone at all. We've seen it showcased whenever we did our masterclass, and people don't do it in ranked either. I know it can be very boring to kind of sit, but I promise you, there's a lot of net positive that you can get from it. Maybe next round we'll do a little more spectating, but I promise you, honestly, just by us doing this, it really is how you rank up. And now we're plus 60, you know, we get top 6 is fine. If your teammates don't move with you, just keep pinging and letting them know where you want to go, and they will move with you. Just make sure you don't overextend. If you see a fight, don't get too much in the thick of it. If they won't move with you, back up a little bit for them. I know this is not the most entertaining way to go about it, but you got to go at your team's pacing. And because of this current system, there's not necessarily any rush per se, but just be careful not to build bad habits from it. Remind yourself that, you see how if we were a little faster we can move up on this, which is my goal. I'm going to move up into it. Probably take the height right here. I'm going to ping that so they know that I'm going to take the height, and we're going to move up on this fight right here. I'm going to actually take some shots early. Okay, probably not a best idea. Now they know we're here, but it's fine. I think they're about to take a tower and leave. They might have found a rat. Put a gen right here. Gonna hurt a balloon.
People in here too.
Okay, people in there. Got it. So the reason I overextended there is because I have the gen behind me. I'm not as worried. I think I hear them. I had to listen for a second for the audio. Even though memes, you know, this game doesn't have any audio. It sometimes does. Get them on the other side. Just blast it out early. I don't want them to hold the door. Sounds like they're on the other side. Put this here. Oh, wait. We're in zone. We can gate here. We don't necessarily have to push. I would prefer. Oh my gosh. I'm sad. That other team is really far away. I'm kind of down to push them. If my teammates are down. Get my ult excel. I might shoot them at a distance. The team is right behind us, and it doesn't seem like they're in it. What I like to commentate is that sometimes it sounds like pretend fighting. When I say pretend fighting is that people can shoot like this, but you're not actually in it. My gosh. Work on your long range in chat, by the way. Sometimes you work in close range. Most of the time people at range, especially within scrims. Whoa, hello. Cracked one. See if I can res him in time. Oh, okay, that's not going to work. They're going to see that. I should have been... I was watching the front. They could have both watched the back. I will still take ownership of that as my mistake. Because I could have been watching that end as well. Let's take this way. We don't have anybody who can get banner, but I might as well just rotate. Because the other team now, they probably saw that knock, probably want to get involved. And yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn and cover for my teammate for a second. Okay, we can move. I was just going to turn and shoot for a second, but that's fine. We'll go this way. Be very careful. This is a little rough because they're going to try to push us. Ooh, another squad. Unfortunate. Rotate this way. We're just going to keep moving this way. I might not make it. Might not make it. Gotta keep running. No, we got knocked. That's okay. Goal is to just try to move around, and like once you become the center of attention, it's a little rough. I'll take responsibility for that, for taking shots and cracking, and everyone just wants to rotate in. But now what you see what happens, which isn't a bad thing. Silver 2 or Silver 3. What are you getting paired in a diamond lobby, man? That's crazy. Because essentially, I'm surprised this lobby's died out a little bit faster than previous ones that I've dealt with. Normally, you would still have quite a few people up. But this is what happens in the current rank system, where they'll just hide and wait. in top 5. I mean, we're plus 100. That's not bad. I'm only like, need this top 5. Oh, we got it. There's no harm in this either. Once you've gotten your fights, let's say you went for something, going for placement isn't bad. I still would encourage you to go for a fight. Like what you're gonna see here, I'm just gonna let this. Sorry, I suck having silver. No, you're fine. I am in Diamond 1. Not sure what the matchmaking is doing. That is really strange. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like this is off-peak hours or anything. It's really strange. Let's take a look and see. Like, it's really strange. I guess I kind of have to assume it's based on damage, your last performance, because it's going based on your MMR system. But this doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me. I've seen lobbies where it does later. But comment down below your thoughts on this, because realistically, like if we get top 2, I'm only like 500 points away from Masters. And we didn't play this like extremely well. I mean, there's a few things I could have done right there, right? I could have paid more attention to the flank. We knew the team was rolling up. We definitely were trying to rotate and get out, but then we just got sandwiched by everybody. If that team was on the other side, we probably could have gone that way and would have been okay. The few shots that I did, when I put the gen down, I should have just kept running. I should have not even taken a shot at the Bangalore there and just kept rotating so it wasn't the center of attention. One thing that happens when you take shots and you land your shots, you become the center of attention from everyone. So another little tip you'll notice on the minimap, if you're a person who wants to just kind of rat for positioning, is that you see how it's blinking on the upper right here? That means you're not in zone. Whenever it stopped blinking for just 1 second, whenever you're in zone, it'll stop flashing. It'll stop doing this like pulse, you see? So once he's actually in zone, here's him right above. Once the pulsing stops, that means that you're in zone. So you'll be surprised what is actually in zone. Just by paying attention to the mini-map, it'll give you a better indicator. And I've posted a short on that, but it surprises me how many people don't know about that. There's also a little diamond here. I'm going to showcase that in a second. Even for pro players, it also surprises me that don't know that either. It's a little tip that goes a long way, especially when you're trying to find positioning in the map. And especially, let's say you're in the end zone and there's about 10 to maybe 15 players, and what that can mean. But the reason I'm showcasing this is that this is kind of the experience that most players have. I'm going to be very honest, especially in ranked. Let's see once they move. And you got a Kraber R99. That's actually a really good combo. Also recommend with loadouts trying to find something mid to long range so that you don't have to burn through resources, then have some sort of like close range, so then you're flexible depending on how your team plays. If you're solo queuing, I pretty much solo queued in most of this. See how it stopped pulsing right there? There it is. Like it's just a flat, not like whom. It's like gone. Also look at the diamond. See, once the diamond's there as well, you can pay attention to that, knowing that you're in zone. That's helpful as well. Another little tip. Comment down below if you knew that or not. He doesn't have to go very far. And be nice to your teammates. There was one person I queued up with, at least is kind of good up front, that says, just disclaimer, I'm not going to rat for positioning. There's no harm in that, okay? There's some people that don't want to rat. And there's some people that do. I mean, if your teammates want to rat, I'm not going to fault them for this, right? There's something wrong with this. Even for the episode, I'm not going to type in and be like, I'm making a YouTube video, you must, you know, succumb to this. I mean, technically I'm spectating. This is a reality of what can happen. This person can play the low ground right here and get second place, and they're going to go up a lot of points, okay? Now your opinion on whether that's good or bad is kind of up to you. It kind of plays more like Realm GG, which is what the pros were into. Let's see if he sees him. Wow. Oh my god, you should fight that. I would fight that. Get that rat out. Please fight it. I believe in you. Honestly, take him out. Headshot. Yes! There we go. That was huge. That was so good. That was so good. I don't even care if this guy loses this point. That was great. That was perfect. You got the headshot. I'm not trying to leave. Whoops. I'm just praising him. You got the headshot. Worth it. Worth it. 100% worth it, in my opinion. Yeah, one more kill, third place. Yeah, go for it, man. Honestly, I see nothing wrong with it. So it looks like they got the res. They got the reset. This is 3v2. This should 100% go to them. They got this. There's no way that these guys lose it. They don't even have that insane amount of kills. That's the crazy part. You know what I mean? It's not even that crazy, the amount of kills that they have. you're getting a weird mix. So this person's Diamond 1. You're seeing, you know, Plat 4, Diamond 3. They won this. I'd be very shocked if they lose it somehow. At least res your teammate. One thing that happens is how long it takes teammates to res each other. I know right now they're trying to get healthy. Why are you standing in fire? I know it's the visual clutter. What is going on? You guys better not lose this. I swear, if they lose it, I'm giving $1,000 to everyone in the comment section. There's no way they lose this.
You'll be all right. I gotcha.
I'm gonna be broke if they lose this. Please don't lose this. I have money on the line now. Please don't lose this. You guys win these. You guys win these. The comment section, please, please. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Am I about to? Oh no, please. No. No, 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 no. Okay. You know what I said about earlier? Can we backtrack on that? I don't want to be held accountable for the things that this squad is doing. It's not my fault. Wow. 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 I'm turning into Owen Wilson. Wow. No way. No way is this happening right now. Oh no. No, no, no. Please. I can't believe this is happening. This isn't real life. This isn't real life. Oh my god. So, chat, we gotta talk. If anybody does listen, if somebody is that upset that they're how? Well, let's talk about how that happened. Nobody climbed up to height. They didn't res the lifeline within a timely fashion. Yeah. Pushed together. Wow. That's crazy. That's in diamond level, by the way. Listen, if I play like a trash can and then you see that happen, you can hit masters, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody who's watching, anyone can hit masters, okay? I believe in all of you guys. Okay, so hopefully, I don't want to pray my downfall here. I'll give if somebody DMs me on Twitter who sees this video, I'll give you $1. Okay, that's the middle ground here. I'll give you $1. I'll PayPal you $1. Now, hopefully, I don't have thousands of people. Hopefully, this video doesn't do well. Hopefully, it does really bad. This is the one time I'm praying on my own downfall, because like I can't believe that happened. I'd be upset with myself. You know, these things do happen though. This is just the way it goes. But you know what? Even if I was my teammates there, I would let it simmer. I'd walk away from the computer. I'd come back and I'd say, you know what? It's okay. It's a video game. But man, that's a tough one, man. That's crazy. All right, I don't want to pray my own downfall, but I would like to spectate the rest of the lobby. At the same time, we're kind of getting some good information regardless. That was pretty good. I think that was a lot of good stuff. Comment if that was some solid stuff. If it wasn't, yeah. Watch this get like a high, like that section of the video. You know how YouTube has like the section where it showcases when somebody has a lot of watch time? That's the section there is just going to be really, really high. Okay, all right. Well, I'm landing over here because I'm hoping to fight early. There's two teams. We're going to land on the opposite side over here because they should land on top of each other. Yeah, it looks like they're landing on top of each other. Wait, just one team. Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell for a minute there. We'll land over here. We'll fight. We lose. Not a big deal. I'm not necessarily too upset. Already up major RP for the day. I was bottom of Diamond 1 at the beginning of today, and now we are almost Masters, which I can probably get today. I'm not too worried about that. Should be easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I won't ever say that again. Alright, we got evac. I'm just looking for some range, ideally. You know what we're going to grab? Let's grab the scout. We'll drop the wingman. Hopefully I'll find like a 3x, just because there's more stuff here. Got the light mag. We'll move. I'm spending way too much time looting. It's fine. One guy on the right. They hit the bends there. One dropped in center. See if I can blast him as he moves up. Watching to the right. Okay, he's got blue. We have gold, which is nice. Trying to pay attention to my teammates if they'll move up a little bit. I don't think they're going to. But I'm going to try to hit this left spot over here. Yeah, I'm going to get the blue armor over here. Might be a little risky. They're probably calling that I'm isolated. Yes, they are. I'm backing out. Sometimes you can kind of predict what's going to happen. That was one of them that was like, okay, they're going to call out down by myself. That's fine. Irons aren't ideal, but I'll take it. Not going to sell yet. I'm going to try to passive heal this. Okay. The fight's taking a little too long, and I unfortunately wasn't able to move up. Maybe they'll move up. Let's see. Take height. It's a 4x8 right there. If they push on us, that's not bad. I'm trying to incentivize them by pushing. If they get a crack, sometimes people move on it. But honestly, this fight is, I would probably have already left. Because it's just taking too long on both ends. There's no openings. We could get third party by this point. I'll need that. They got a caustic. All signs say to leave. Good headshot there, not bad. Yeah, everything tells me to leave. Let's just go. This fight's taking too long. Just a waste of resources at this point. If they run up at us, what we can do is turn on this one spot over here. It's annoying when fights happen like this, and let's say the enemy has like a caustic. The reason why caustics are so hard to push because they slow. Their intention is to what the heck is going on right here. What? I'm not streaming. Right? No, I'm recording. Okay, I'm just making sure. What's going on? Is that normal? What is going on? They crouched up and down. Man. You're gonna regret this. Okay, this is a bad fight because the team is over there, but it's fine. I'm just having a good time. Oh yeah, I'm down. The other guy's further away. I got range now. Oh man, you have no idea. I'm so down. Okay, they see where I'm at. That's unfortunate. Man, they have every bit of utility. That's so annoying. Get shot. We gotta move this way, I guess. Let's just get out. The other team's gonna roll up behind us. They have caustic. They have Cyril. It's annoying. We'll just move. I know we can win, but the other team's probably going to push us, so, you know? If you want to win, sometimes you got to take it slow. I know it's not as fun, though, guys. I do understand that, but it's a good example of, like, yeah, we can win that. Thank you. But 16 squads in zone, might as well just go to zone. Not dealing with that. Man, Caustic is so good at slowing down fights, and so is Seer. Especially because they have all visibility and eyes on you. They can just literally just point at the diamond. I assume playing Diamond 1 being solo queuing that I'm facing off against 3 stacks. I'm trying to make that a safe assumption. Because this is quote unquote a high level that we're playing at here. When you look, let's showcase the demographics again. Realistically, I've been running into Designful and all these, like I ran into We the People yesterday like so many times. I think one time we killed him, he killed us. Like everybody's beatable. I suck at the game, he doesn't. You get my point, right? This is like a motivational speech. If you're watching this, you're like, man, he's a trash can. You can hit masters too. We can all hit masters. We can all hit masters together. But yeah, don't stress so much. This game is it's a lot more easygoing than you think. I know that's easier said than done. This has been a very interesting spectating episode. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably one of the more interesting ones that, in my own personal opinion, like the stuff that's happened so far has been really strange. But then again, I know the matchmaking. I did warn everybody about this early on that it was going to be like this and it was going to be very strange. Nobody believed me. But I had that theory because matchmaking early on when you reset everybody, that's naturally what happens. They're supposed to happen. Try to be a little aggro here. This is a little bit dumb in terms of positioning, but it's not the end of the world. So I try to put the gen there to be aggro and hopefully pull some attention while my teammates do some damage, but... Man, I burned through 2 bats. We're getting cracked. It's not working. Our push is not as good as theirs. They have a better push on us. They've used utility, but maybe we could get some equal footing instead of us all sitting on the same little thing. So we'll just rotate. Honestly, like I said, you'd be surprised if people move with you. It's just a long fight, and you can kind of gauge it. Let's see if they take that. It'd be so cool if they took it. Do it, 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 do it. Take it, take it, take it, take it. Come on. Nice. We can get an angle on him. Nice. Well, he ran over there by himself. Where are they going?
You guys have any extra shields?
Not a lot. We can drop 2.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh my god, I can't believe I missed that. Okay, we can rotate. Man, I can fight too. I'm down. Just trying to pay attention to what my teammates are doing too. You gotta do it as a collective, you know what I mean? If they're not pushing in, then ain't nobody gonna push in. Man, that's brutal. Yeah, we're almost top 10 though, right? That's a positive. Oh, I just wish I wasn't shooting so poorly today.
1 minute. We have enemies are. Don't let them slip away.
I'm landing some shots, but some of them are a little just wonky, you know? Alright, go to zone. I don't know. I think there's 2 teams here. The res, but then one... Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, they're fighting.
45 to go.
Who's that shooting? It's 3 teams? One's trying to leave again. So we have 3 teams total. One of them's trying to leave. Who are you? Oh, I had some good shots. Good opener until I no longer did. Okay, we need to back out again, unfortunately, because I don't know how many teams are here. They have better angles. One's got height, one is flanking around. That's a different team. I at least I count. Shoot. Could put Jen here. We can hold. He can crawl over for a second. Whoop! Jeez. Good shots on their part. Not bad. Not bad. No, I'm a little Watson. Please don't. Please. Papa would be proud.
That's never happened before.
That's fine. We've already got a lot of points up on the first round. Gold 3 or gold 1. Man, that's confusing. We should have just left sooner. That was my bad for telling him to stay there for so long. The number of teams just didn't make a whole lot of sense unless we shoved something. GG's. Let's see what this squad is. Master. Whoa, what the? Oh, it's Delicious Mango. Let's watch them. That's perfect. See? Delicious Mango is a YouTuber. He also does educational content. I've seen his stuff. It's been a hot minute, but they're masters right now. Look at that. See? Almost close to Pred. I quit my day job. Well, I guess that's a good way to get Pred. But look at this. We can spectate what they're doing. I had really bad positioning. So secure the knock. Now at least you know that it's a 3v2. Not bad. Oof. His teammates are going to hold for him, so not a bad idea. 30-30 is a lot stronger than people remember, by the way. Good push forward. Securing space. Notice how, like I said, that they're fighting, right? Now keep in mind, whenever I rotate out because the fight is bad, is because I'm choosing to rotate because I'm not doing enough damage. Now, if your team is staying, though, there's nothing wrong with staying in the fight at all. Especially in this current rank system. Go for fights. It's not very punishing if you lose. Like, we just went up 150 and we lost, like, what, 25 points? Not even? It's not even that bad. And I think I'm up overall in the day 600, and I've casually played. I think I'm under I want to say 50 games for the season. Not even that. 50 games is very manageable. Getting that much RP, like it's not that bad. I know for somebody who's watching this maybe a little more casual, don't stress about it. Don't worry and don't compare your progress to others. You know. Oh, let's take a look at the Loba, because this delicious mango, he's popping off right now. He's got a bow in his hands. They're plus 20, top 10. Standing out in the open, this is kind of stuff that I would do too. Playing aggro, playing confident. I don't blame them after running through the lobby quite a bit. He's going to reset and heal, let his teammates top him off. Might go for an armor swap depending on how many batteries he's got, or stay in the fight. Goes right back to gold, props possibly. Now, you usually run gold depending on how many batteries you have. If you don't have enough batteries, then you switch over to gold. So it just depends. So yeah, switching back to gold. It just balances out resources. That's why it's good to run it. Also good fast resets. Massive damage to 30-30. 30-30 is so good right now. It's very much slept on. I highly recommend grabbing a 30-30 if you're not. Good poke damage, good burst. Solid overall. I think honestly, I'd be surprised. I mean, they're probably going to keep pushing through this. They could. And they're going to decide to go around. And slow down a little bit. Makes sense. There's a zip. They can definitely blast them as they come up. Let's see if we get the shot. Ooh, let's go. One more. One more. Oh, that's okay. I think it was a solo. They can take that knowing that it's safe. Wherever the solo goes. Ooh, hello. They got that. GG's. Nice. That means whoever they're chasing is literally by themselves. Zone 3 doesn't really hurt. It isn't until like Zone 4 that you start to really feel it. Uh-oh. No. No shot. Please don't go down. Don't go down. No. 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 Oh, man. No. Please don't die like this. You should still subscribe to his channel. Listen, it's just a simple mistake. They still went up a lot of RP. No. Not like that. No. It's my fault. It's because I'm spectating him. I gave him bad juju. And now they have a silver player here with more points. Oh, that stings. No, I did say it wasn't until Zone 4 that it hurts. No, I feel for them. No, man, I would go out in 20th place just so they can get higher place, bro. That's crazy. See, that's what a real friend, what a real homie does, you know. That's unfair. I'm mad for them. Well, you learned it here. Now the tip is just make sure you can survive. Like Zone 3 going into 4 just hurts too much. It really does. Now, if you had a heat shield, you can probably survive it, but once it closes, it's like you're pretty much like, that is it. There is no med kitting through it. That's pretty much the end of it. This person here, I mean, they can craft banners. They can go into zone and craft, but I guarantee they're just going to sit and kind of chill and wait. Look, watch. Look how much damage. Look at that. Oh, man. The lobbies are really confusing right now. And it could be because not enough players. I do notice that the queue times are really, really fast. Well, that guy's got that. You were gone. You just stood on another rat versus another rat. Man. Remember how I said just getting to zone and being like a team of 3? Look how many teams just get eliminated just because they were fighting early on and that's it, you know? I mean, you see it here first. Spectating, watching the rest of the lobby. It's helpful. Learn a lot from it. At least you're here to see the real life example. It's interesting to see. That's why when I said the mistake that I stayed up top here too long, if we just ran in, oh, we would have been sitting just fine. Sometimes getting distracted with fights, unless you can do the burst damage, you're not really going to get a whole lot of payout from it. Because most of the time people run away from me right now. I can't tell you how many fights I've taken and people just keep running. Let's go over there. Because they want placement and they're always too scared to fight. You can always get at least a few knocks, but then sometimes you're just not going to like secure the whole team. So chasing outside of zone just isn't worth it as much. Just secure your placement, secure your placing, and then you're going to be much better for it. I don't think he puts his zip down, but I mean, go for it. They're all center. They see him. Going to run into another team here. I think that's going to be it. Good movement, though. Not bad. Just that team down below is not going to let you live. Not in zone yet. See how the diamond here is moving. Good damage. You know, not bad. Good damage. I think you crawl in through the zone instead of the zip. I think the zip is probably a little too obvious of a route. Sometimes being slow and methodical is better. across the board, you keep in mind when you're watching the spectating series, the episodes are always the same length, and it's because that's how long the lobby kind of plays out. You can continue playing throughout the whole lobby and maybe slower at the start, but it's much better than sometimes just dying off rip and then resetting, right? Something to kind of pay attention to. They don't have a whole lot of kills. They came to zone early. Look at that. Yeah, they did. And because of that, they've been rewarded for it. Because most of the time, they should have gotten pushed out. This team also has some pretty good armors. It means that, I mean, the only person who's really doing damage is the person with charge rifle. They probably help level up their armors that way. That's a way to do it. That is a way to do it. I have less to add right now. I'm just kind of letting it sink in. The MMR should continue to balance out. I know we've showcased the stats already twice already on where it sits and why the percentage is so low and why you're seeing so many mixed lobbies right now. What's going to end up happening is that a lot of people, in my opinion, are going to get at Masters, and there just has to be solve on the upper end. That's it. I know I said I wouldn't talk about it. Look, there's a rat right there. Are they going to go for it? Oh, another team. But there is a rat chilling in the back. You got one team to your right, one team to the left. You got the rat. Two teams fighting on the right. So at least you know where everybody's at. Everyone's accounted for, right? This zone just is punishing. They could coexist with them underneath. That would probably be the solution. Try to coexist underneath rather than trying to take it full force. Getting the team on the right, they're just going to run into each other.
Let's go this way.
So when I say coexist, like the team up above shouldn't really drop on you. If you can just get there, you know? It's not a bad spot either. This is good. That's a really good spot. I didn't think about that. I didn't know that was in. Unfortunately, poor Watson just can't cross like that. But they do have a hold here. I think if they went for it a little sooner, so the team up above, then they found this space instead, or they went right underneath them and coexisted, that could have been a nice option as well. But realistically now they're going to get pushed from both sides. There's a C-roll, yep. And they're just kind of stuck. That's why when people make mistakes, you kind of have to think like 30 seconds beforehand of what happened, the lead up. It's not that this fight is bad in this scenario. I mean, it is because they're stuck in the scenario. What happened is that it was 30 seconds before that was a problem. You know, they let that team occupy that space. They didn't coexist underneath. You know, now they're just sandwiched between everybody. Let's see if he gets the armor swap. He's lived a long time. And now that team has to worry about pushing in. But they should be able to do it because the zone looks like it might pull a little bit closer their way. They just need the last person's a rat. Remember on the hillside? That's the only reason why it says top 3 still. Good bubble. Good reset. This is not a bad got 2 diamonds, right? 1, yeah, 2 diamonds. Not bad. So what I'm gonna do, I'll post a screenshot when I hit Masters tonight. Probably do it after work. Let you guys know how it went. Because I'm not that far off, and probably like do it within maybe like 3 or 4 more games, depending how it goes. But now I think I'm only what? We'll do the math after. I think we're only about 360 something points away. And that's 100% the rat. Ooh, man, that poor guy. Once they heal up, they should just shove him. Nothing wrong with playing patient, just to make sure, you know? But they have this. GG's, they got it. They got it. It's over. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this episode. I'm kind of curious when we do this. I'm not know if I'm going to do one next week, but how it evolves, because this episode is very different from the one that was last week, because the rank system, the MMR, and how it's balancing is changing so dynamically, and I actually do find it very interesting what's going on. But again, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Thank you, everybody.